Hi everyone, Ranya Phillips here, LimeLight by Alcone. So I'm just putting makeup on today. Thought I would just do it live and see who's out there, see who wants to chat. And I'll go slow and answer any questions. So first, I've already washed and prepped my face, but I'm going to add some Must Do, our wonderful little oil here. This has some wonderful essential oils and it really hydrates and gives you a nice glow in addition to what I've already put on, especially in the drier, winter weather. Oh, feels so good. Oh, it smells like heaven. Smells like a spa. Smell-o-vision. Wish you could smell it. It really smells so good. It's got pomerose oil and sunflower face oil. It's so awesome. But you have to come see me or I can come see you to smell it in person. So give myself a little bit of a glow. And I'm going to cover up my scar and do my whole thing with you guys. So hope everybody's having a great day. I'm expecting someone over later today. We're going to have some fun together, show her everything. She's a makeup artist, so this will be a lot of fun. And let's start with my little scar, shall we? Where is I can do it with my finger and cover up my scar on my neck, but what works best for me for the scar is our concealer brush. So this is my little Z palette because I use more than one color concealer, so I like how it all fits together. So I'm going to start with concealer number 1, which has a little bit of a greenish cast. And I am going over here to the side so I can see it in my Ricky mirror. I love this lighting. Okay, so do you see how this kind of covers up the redness? I'm sure this will be good for replay because a lot of people are busy this time of day, and if you can't, jump on and chat with me, leave your comments later when you watch the replay, and I'll get back to you. So get this greenish color. It's our concealer number 1, waterproof, and it just takes out all the redness. Can you see that? It's hard because the words are there. Let's see. There we go. And then I mix a little of concealer 2 and 3 to match my skin tone, and I go right over it. And scar is gone. What scar? So there you go. Then kind of blend it out a little bit around there. Sometimes I'll go like this to get a better coverage. Really spread out the skin right there. There we go. Almost invisible. Loving it. Take our pressed powder, perfect pressed powder. It is not white color, it is no color. And it will just set that so it stays. Planning on wearing a necklace later, so once I set it, it'll stay, it won't budge, and it won't come off on my necklace. It's sweat proof and cry proof and waterproof. Covers up tattoos. It's just wonderful. All right. So some of you know that I start with my eyes first, just in case we have any eyeshadow fallout. I'm not going all out today, just doing a simple natural look, taking my favorite brush. This comes back in stock very soon, you guys. I know there's a lot of people, a lot of my customers can't wait to get this brush because it does so much. And this is the Brow Tamer. Tame those brows. And just brushing things out, and I'm going to use our color that's great for redheads. I'm using our eyeshadows, and I go right here, this one right here. It's called a Corkable. Great for redheads. And I did a video before just on brows, so I'm just doing the same thing I showed you how to do in the video. And I'm going to use short little strokes to mimic hair growth and just give myself a fuller brow. And don't worry if you put too much on, that's the beauty of this guy. Yep, I like a fuller brow. You see the difference? There's a little, I'm going to soften it. Don't worry, don't freak out. And then I'm going to take what's on this line that I drew and pull it up into my eyebrows, just to cover the sparsity, give me a little fuller look. This is a light reddish brown. Like I said, perfect for redheads. So, let's see. All right. Brush all that out, give it a more natural look. And I tweezed, I over groomed, I guess, because I use these little scissors. So I'm just filling in those areas that I over plucked or over groomed. And then you can use this stuff wet or dry. So if you really like a very severe brow, you can use our setting spray and spray on, and then spray it right on the brush, and then comb your brows. I just wait till the end to put my setting spray. Speaking of which, I'm going to put our first base makeup primer. Oh, all right. Prep my skin, silicone free, does not stain, and this will get my face ready to hold on to the makeup. So there we go. Let's see, I think I will go to my favorite Lottie palette, the Dream On, if I can find it. Dream On, isn't it pretty? So many neutral colors. Our Dream On palette by Lottie. I'm also gonna take a second to brush up my lashes. And I am gonna add, I have really oily lids, so I have to add extra primer to my eyelids. If you don't have really oily lids and just have normal lids, you can use our concealer as primer, and then the shadow has something to really adhere to. So, but like I don't know why my lids are so oily, but I have to use extra primer on there and make sure I get no oils on there. And then I actually put powder on before I put my eyeshadow, because got a little problem, not sure why. So this is just our translucent pressed powder. So it'll absorb any oils that want to come through and give me any kind of a crease look, which you never want. You never want that. Alrighty, hey Andrea, hey Naomi, hi guys. Thanks for joining. I'm so glad I can see names, but I don't know if there's any comments. I can't see any comments, but we'll figure that out later. All right, so taking our large shadow brush, which is so popular, currently out of stock. Not sure when it's coming back, but they're working on it because everybody wants this brush. And I'm just gonna take this really light shimmer here. And you can see I'm just pressing it in. I'm giving myself a really natural look today. Nothing too crazy. Oh gosh, those of you who have the Ricky mirror, aren't you loving it? You're snowed in. Oh my God, yeah, I'm glad you could catch it too, Naomi. Oh my goodness. So far, no snow here in Chicago. We've had a mild winter as far as snow, which is nice, but I know we have some precipitation coming, so can't complain. And then our pointed blender eyeshadow brush. Got that perfect point to get right in your crease. I have a hooded lid, so I do it with my eyes wide open and this straight ahead and go right in there. I'm gonna go ahead and start by using this really light brown here. It's hard to see. There you go. Now you can see the colors. And I'm gonna go straight in, because if I go all the way in the crease, you can't see it when my eyes are open. But this is the perfect shape brush to fit right in there, you guys. Don't be afraid of giving yourself a little definition, right? Yeah, Andrea, this is a great palette. I bought an extra one since it's limited edition. I never know when it's gonna run out, so I have a backup because I love this palette. It's so pretty. But it kind of whitewashed me. Oh, your Ricky mirror? Yeah, you know, it's all about what phone you have and like the coloring. I have it on the lowest setting, And I found that I have to have other lights. See, my ceiling light is on. I have 4 of these. I have to have other light on in the background so it doesn't wash me out. So you gotta try different things to see what works for you. And so far I've used the, better light in the background will combat, the washed out look. So try that. But man, do I love this light for doing my makeup. And then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this pretty gray and just do the outer. Give myself a little V, circular motions, blendy, blendy. Nothing major. Ooh, I'm so excited about my Instagram. People are going nuts on it. Thank you. If you're on my Instagram too, thank you, thank you. There we go. And my Instagram, if you don't know, is Glow with Ranya. Hey, Jess. Ladies, if you need essential oils, my friend Jess is your gal. She's got some great stuff. I went to a craft fair that she helped organize. And oh, I love smelling the peppermint one when I have a little bit of a sinus headache. That's what I did. All right. I should have put on the do not disturb. I'm getting all these messages. I suppose I could still do it, but. So I'm just adding a little gray to the outside. Like I'm going really natural. Nothing major today, you guys. And maybe a little of this deep brown. Right here. Right here. I woke up with this little bump here. So I don't know if I can get rid of that. I don't think I can. And it might be magnified by putting makeup on it, but what are you gonna do? I like to have a little makeup on, ladies. Makes me feel good. And you know, contrary to what you may think, you're welcome, Jess, I do not wear makeup every day. Probably at the most 4 days a week. So, but our skincare has let me feel so confident because it's fixed any of my skin issues that I had. So I am not afraid to go bare. All right, I think that's good. That's good for now. And you know what I like to do? I like to curl my lashes before I do my eyeliner. It's just a thing that I do. I'm gonna grab a tissue and tea tree oil for the bump. I do, our Mask of Zen has tea tree oil in it. I didn't think about that. I didn't use that last night. I put a little bit of our One Drop Wonder on it and it helped with the redness and the itchiness. But I'm sure the more I stop rubbing eyeshadow on it, it'll get better. So let me do a little curl. And this came with the Ricky mirror. This is a magnifier. It's a really nice magnifier. See my Ricky mirror? Woo! Whoa, it's all. There we go. You can see my phone, my Ricky mirror. I have all sorts of gadgets here, but. So I shall use this to do a little pumpy pump and inversion. Hope this doesn't freak you out, but the inversion really helps keep my eyelashes up because my eyelashes are short and super straight. And I need a lot of help in that department. Okay. There we go. Hey, Brittany. Brittany in the house. This girl needs a comedy show. All right, doing my little inversion. Hope I'm not grossing you out, but hey, it's what I gotta do. All right. So yeah, I like to curl my lashes before I put my eyeliner. It's just how I roll. And here is our perfect eyeliner. Our awesome tip here. And I am just going to do ever so slight because I don't want a harsh look. So you can slide it across right where your eyelashes meet your skin. All you want to do is make your lashes look a little thicker. I'm a little older. I'm in my mid to upper 40s. Not ashamed to admit it. And sometimes a liquid liner can look a little too harsh. And then I like to go back in and just kind of fill in between my lashes. My lashes are really light. They're the color of my hair. So sometimes you can see the skin. And I don't like that look. I want it once I put the mascara on. All right, so do you see sometimes I hold it horizontal to go, and then sometimes I use the point and they just fill in. But see, you can already tell that I have a little bit of definition right there. Quick and easy peasy. And I'm gonna do the same kind of dotting a little bit on the bottom to give some really light, feathery looking definition. Nothing harsh, no harsh lines for this gal. And then I kind of like to go over it with my finger a little bit and blur the edges. So see, it's really soft. But if you want to go super winged out, you guys, you got to try this. This is your liner. All right, so same thing on the other side. I'm hoping you can see me. Sorry, I know sometimes I block. All right. And this sets pretty fast, so make sure you're ready to clean up any mistakes. And the concealer brush is great for cleaning up mistakes. Just filling in. Give myself a little, got a hair. Let's get rid of you there. A little bit more definition to my lashes, thicker look to my lashes. Our fiber mascara really helps me out. All right, now I'm gonna do that same, just kind of put in little dots, my lash line here, and I don't go all the way in. And then I like to blur the edges. I got eyelash in my eye, there we go. And you can also give yourself a really soft liner look just with shadow. But do you see? Now I got some definition. All right, where's the top to my friend here? Don't be afraid of liquid liner, guys. I know a lot of people are afraid of our liquid liner. Don't be. It's really easy to use. It just takes you a couple times of practice and you'll have it down. So I will do my mascara later. Now I'm going to go on to my face. And there's so many different ways to do foundation on your face. And for me, oh, it's kicking you out, Brittany. Anyway, oh, you made the live video. Yay! All right, so I like to take the buffer brush for a really light look, a little heavier look. You can take your blender full and really kind of press it in and give you that kind of all over, kind of glow, glistening, light look. But it looks like second skin because our botanical foundation is wax-based. So you know what? Lately I've been using our buffer brush, which is extremely popular. And I just dip it right into my foundation. And you can start anywhere you want. But I put it on my face really softly. And I do big swirlies. And I start by under my eyes, so I don't need as much concealer in a little bit. All right. And I don't know if you can see, but it is lightly covering everything. But yet, my freckles show through, which I like. Gives you a very natural look. Covering the redness. Oh, I got a heart. Woohoo! There we go. There we go. All right, so let me do up here and you can see the difference of such a light application. And I'm touching myself, like I'm not like pushing this way in, really soft. Doing these circles, you don't need a lot. With our foundation, as I've told you lots of times, less is more. And if you are someone who likes your products to last and last, who doesn't? This foundation is the way to go. Because it's so highly pigmented at 50% versus the 18 to 22% like at Sephora and in the drugstores. it lasts. It can last you 3 to 6 months. No lie. All right, so do you see how this half of my face is, the color is balanced? I don't have these areas of redness, and it just looks a little bit more put together, but it still looks like me, still looks like my skin. It doesn't look fake. So basically when you're putting on foundation, you're getting rid of all the color in your face because you're balancing out all those different colors our face tends to have, any pigmentation, any sun damage. And if you need heavier coverage, I recommend our Blenderful Damp. Here we go. With that awesome shape. It's like a big old marshmallow. Oh, sorry, Brittany. You'll have to catch the replay. All right. Thanks for hopping on, though. All right, so I'm going for a lighter coverage. I really don't need too much today. If it was a nighttime event and I'm going out, I would use the Blenderful. And sometimes I still use the Blenderful just to press it in my skin. The Blenderful is really good if you have noticeable pores. Okay, make sure you get foundation down into your neck, ladies. You don't want any harsh lines of demarcation. And when we're in, for generally, but there's no rules, remember, but generally, you want to match foundation to your neck because your face turns all sorts of different colors for all sorts of reasons, right? So when you're looking to match your foundation, you need to stand by natural light, not in direct sunlight, but if you can go outside under natural light and show your face and neck and chest, make sure there's no shadows. That is the best way for us to help you color match and tell you what foundations, because we're looking for your undertones. And lighting makes all the difference. And natural light really shows the best. And then if we really have problems, then we want to look at the color of the veins. Like I'm more greenish, my veins. So I have yellow undertones. So our yellow undertone foundation is our Shintos. And we're getting more foundation colors. So excited. All right, so then I'm gonna go, and you can use your fingers because everything is wax-based, including our concealers. I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer number 2 on my fingers, rub it together to warm. And if this is your private palette, you can do this. If you're using a different palette to put makeup on other people, sanitization is key. Keep everything clean. And you wanna go all the way up where there's any kind of darkness. And I used number 2 for me right now at this time of the year is slightly lighter, so it gives me a little bit of some brightness, adds to the middle of my face. And I take it way down into my cheek and then I kind of dot it up that way. What foundation do you use? Shinto 1. Okay. All right. There we go. And this is concealer 2. We have 6 concealers. And I'm kind of pressing it. And then I have redness in my chin. Getting rid of that. And then I have redness all around my nose. Get rid of that. And then give a little contouring, a little brightness down my nose. I don't consider my nose too big or too small. Maybe it's slightly on the bigger side. But you work with what God gave you, right? I'm just happy that it's straight. So I'm putting a little of our number 2 concealer up here, bring some brightness to the middle of the face. So you notice I put it on my nose, under my eyes, and I worked up by the shadow. You don't want any harsh lines, so you're gonna really blend that in a little bit. So can you see that I brought a little brightness in here? Everybody needs a little brightness. And we're gonna have to set that with powder in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use my buffer to And I'm pressing so lightly like a feather. There. So I got rid of the darkness and added some brightness and some glow. I feel like I still have to blend right here where I had that concealer. Ooh, that bump is bothering me. Oh, it's fine. I'm sure I'm the one that notices it more than anybody else. There. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back to my concealer brush. Since it's not in my crease, I don't have to worry about getting some creasing in my shadow because it's way up here. I think that helped a little bit. We blend around it, and again, I'm using this really lightly. That still looks weird. I'm just gonna have to get used to it, people. It is what it is. All right, so let's put some color back in your face, right? Now that you took all the different pinks and red tones and whatever else you got going on out of your face, putting a little bit more foundation here. There you go. There you go. All right, so now you know, and I've talked about this. Here is a 3-well palette. So eventually I'm gonna do bronzer, powder, and highlighter all in my 3 palettes. So you can make a 3 palette for yourself, however you want. And then we have a duo. So you can have your favorite 2 blushes, or just your bronzer and highlighter, or your powder and bronzer, however you wanna do it. It's custom. And look how thin these guys are. See? So easily packable. So you don't carry around a lot of makeup. It's really, really nice. What do I wanna do? Here is my bronzer and highlighter. I've had these forever. I still have so much left because the pigment is so high. Forever. So if you're one that really likes stuff to last, and you don't want to keep spending money and refilling stuff on things that don't give you enough color or color payout, if that's you and you want quality and pro makeup, this is the stuff. This is the good stuff. So I'm just going to do like a little bit of fake contouring, not with foundation and not with concealer, but with, and I'm tapping, you see, because there's so much pigment on here. Look at how much is on my brush. It's way too much. And I'm going really lightly, starting at the top of my ear, coming in no closer than the middle of my eye. And I've talked about the 3 where you can do this and you go right under your jawline. So you have a 3 and then you have a backwards 3. And basically I'm just using what's left on my brush to do that. I didn't add any more. And when you go right under your jawline like this, you're creating shadows to get rid of a double chin situation. Look, if you stick your neck out like a turtle, ladies, especially in pictures, it feels weird, but you look fantastic. Just a little tip from me to you. Okay, so. And you don't have to do all this. If you just want your blush, just go for blush. But I'm a fan of doing this. It just gives a little bit more dimension to your face, especially in these pale winter months. All right. You can see how I added some dimension, and we'll blend more. Don't you worry. All right. Now I'm using my same pointed blender brush, one of my favorite brushes, and I'm wiping it off on a towel I have in front of me so I get the color off of the bronzer. And then I'm going right into our glowing highlighter number 6. It's considered a blush. And tap, 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 tap off that excess. And right on the high point of my cheekbone, I'm adding some of that. And I might go back and add more after we do the blush, but that gives you really nice glow, especially when the light hits it right. Can you see a little bit of a glow? I think you can see that a little bit. There we go. All right, so blush. Lately I've been really using number 4. It's an orangey pink, and I apologize, I don't know the name, but it's blush number 4, and it's really pretty. I use LimeLight brushes, Jessica. They're specially formulated to hold on to the makeup, but yet washes out really, really easily, and they're synthetic and vegan, so they will last you a very, very long time. And if you buy the whole set, it's 15. Honestly, you probably need 5, 6 at the most. You don't need all 15. I don't even use all of them. So, but yeah, they're the best brushes I've ever had, you know, and sometimes I go to clients and I bring the brush cleaner with us. It's called Come Clean. It's also vegan. And I have them, hey, Richard, I have them wash their brushes that they have. And a lot of times, you know, they're inexpensive brush. I'm just adding a little of the blush and I'm tapping. Inexpensive brushes, right? Just when we clean them together in our LimeLight cleaner, they see all the bristles come out. So if you're using brushes and they have hairs coming out on your face, it's not a quality brush. You don't have to spend a lot of money for a quality brush, believe me. But if you take care of it and wash it once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on how often you wear makeup, it can last you decades. So, between getting your face ready for makeup with a quality skincare, quality exfoliation, regular exfoliation, and then using the right tools, you too can look like you know what the hell you're doing. So, and I can teach you all the little tips and tricks, and it's really easy. Don't think makeup is complicated. You guys that are afraid of makeup, these brushes are awesome. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of makeup. So I add a little blush, number 4, that orangey pinky, and I'm gonna go back and I just the highlighter, it kind of just softens any harsh lines I may have, and then it gives me that glow. You can do, and there's no rules, you can do whatever you want, whatever makes your little heart happy. Okay, so I'm gonna go in. You can use this again for powder. You can use it all over, or you can use a big old powder brush. I like the shape of this, especially to go under the eyes, but it's got all this color on it. So you can use a paper towel, you can use a tissue. Make sure you wipe off the color in between. There we go. And I'm gonna go into our translucent perfect press powder. It looks white, but it's colorless, I promise. And I promise, but it doesn't cake up, it doesn't build up. So I don't use too much. So especially where I put the concealer. And the great way to not have it settle in your fine lines is to put your chin down and look up when you powder. And you need a very little bit to set this, you guys. 2017, glow. You don't want the matte like the 90s. You want to look natural. You want to have a pretty glow to your face. And I'm using powder just in my T-zone where I tend to get oily or shine. And I'm just kind of pressing it right in, and I'm not using much at all. But right here towards my nose and on my nose is where I tend to shine, and my chin. Of course, right here too. So I'm using very little. And I like to take the big powder brush and kind of just go over and buff everything so there's no harsh lines. Everything's connected. Now, some people like a lot of blush, some people like a little. What I'm gonna do is finish the rest of my face. I'll put my mascara on and lips and stuff, and then see if I want more blush. But it's up to you. But do you see how doing a little bit of that bronzer too gives some more definition? But yeah, I'm looking, God, I look like a ghost in this, don't I? It is what it is. All right. Oh, you know, I forgot my trick. All right, guys, don't laugh. I was taught this by some other ladies, and it really works. I usually, when I start doing my makeup, I stick this right in here, you know, right in your bra line here, and it warms. And this mascara does really well when it's warmed up a little bit, and I can get another few weeks out of it. So since I didn't do that, and it's not nice and warm, some people put the tube in like warm water. So now I'm just going like this because it comes out really nice if it's warm. Kind of also helps spread the fibers and the formula inside. You sit on yours, Brittany, that works too. Whatever part of your body that warms it, hey, it is all good. You got to work with the good Lord gave you, right? All right, so I warmed that up. And this has fibers built in. See, can you see that? Is it focusing? And I like to take the extra fibers and wipe them. And it's a good idea every once in a while to take a paper towel or tissue and really wipe off the top and wipe off the wand and get all that extra gunk off, because your mascara will go farther. And 3 months is the tops that you want your mascara to last. You guys remember, keep replacing it even if you don't use it. All right, I'm gonna give myself lashes here. Watch. Can you see? Ta-da! And then you can just keep layering on and layering on as much as you want. So I start with 1 coat and then I'll go back maybe and put a 2nd coat. See how that liner kind of already made my lashes look thicker? It is the magic of makeup. All of a sudden I'm getting a hot flash, people. This is live, this is real life. All right. And I'm at that point in my life where I need major magnification to do stuff. All right, wiggle it. Start at the base and wiggle it just a little bit. And these fibers that are built in, you know, before this LimeLight Perfect mascara. A lot of mascaras out there that were a 2-step process to give you the longer lash look, and these fibers that are built in. That's for the birds. Sorry guys. I want 1 step. I used to pay $30 for the mascara with the ball on the end. I think you may know what I'm talking about. It did nothing like this does. Nothing. This brush is my favorite for many reasons because it fixes any kind of mistakes that you did. All right. So, all right, seriously, I'm having a hot flash. I'm gonna have to turn my fan on. I'm sorry, you guys. I hope it's not too loud. And, whew. So I will be putting on a necklace here, but now that I covered that, you know, the necklace kind of hides it, but you can still see the scar. But right now, with what I did, I totally covered it up. Awesome. A lot of brides use our concealer, or makeup artists use it on brides to cover tattoos on their backs or shoulders and things they don't want seen on their wedding day. It's really the coverage, it's so pigmented, and some people actually use it as foundation. But if you know Kevin Aucoin, God rest his soul, one of our famous, most talented makeup artists that's passed, I think he did that book called Faces, and he was Cindy Crawford's makeup artist. He was really big in the 90s. He has a makeup line, product line. He's got some really good brushes too. He used to use our concealer because it's made by Kryolan, called Dermacolor. And that's what LimeLight uses in our product line. He used to use that as foundation because it is quite heavy, and when you're doing shoots and stuff, you can go a little heavier. All right, so I barely put any mascara on the bottom. And again, using my favorite little concealer brush. And I will probably go in for a 2nd coat in just a second, but let's do some lips. So those of you still on here, what do you want to see in terms of lips? Bright, neutral, dark? We can go any way we want. Bright, neutral, dark, nude, just gloss, intense. What shall we do? Tell me. All right, while you're thinking, go ahead and think all you want. I know it's a difficult decision. I got a neutral. Brittany wants neutral. I'm gonna do a 2nd coat of mascara. Just because my lashes suck, but at least I can always trust in the Perfect mascara. It's only 20 bucks. To really give me some lashes. And I made a boo-boo. That's all right, it's just makeup. I will fix it. All Hopefully there's nothing in my nose. All right, let's see. Let me fix my little boo-boo here. Like I said, this is my favorite brush to fix anything. There we go. Take my favorite eyeshadow blending brush. All right, so you work with your eye shape, right? I have smaller eyes and they're a little close together, so I work going out. Can you see this awesome mascara? I finally have lashes now. All right, do something to make you happy on this icky day. Okay, she wants intense, she wants neutral, and then I gotta surprise us. You know, one of my favorite ones that I'm really liking is from our Onyx collection. It's the 001, and it is our black cherry. I'm loving this. Loving black cherry. So that's what I'm gonna do. Feels like a black, I don't know, I've been really into black cherry these days. For me, it's like the perfect red. And I'm gonna soften it a little bit, especially in this lighting. Looks like I'm all lips. No harsh lines, especially for us ladies of a certain age that, see my lines? I never had that before. When I pucker, you can see those lines going. Mama no likey. And I am going to actually use a lip brush. You don't have to, but I want a little definition at the top and make my lips look a little fuller, at least the top lip to look, because it disappears when I smile. So, and we have amazing lip liners. Sometimes I'll put the nude lip liner right on top. Softer. If you have either chapped lips or you're getting the fine lines around the lips, it's softer to do the lip liner on top. And I would always do a nude, always. Is there something on my phone? It's weird. I don't know what that is. Or is it on my, duh, it's probably on my camera. No. I don't know what that is. All right. So, I gave myself some definition, but in a soft way. And a little tip that I learned, I'm gonna get our Love Gloss. Has a little shimmer to it. Love, love, love. You just put a little bit in the center. It gives you a little bit of that glossy look, especially when the light catches it. But you don't have to have like that full-on 70s massive gloss dripping off your face type of look. And our gloss is nice, it's not sticky. Smells like candy, gives me a softer look. In this lighting, I look really washed out, but in my Ricky light, I don't. And then last but not least, everybody's favorite setting spray, 10 years younger. Ooh. All right, guys, silicone free, good for every skin type, non-comedogenic, and you want your makeup to last for 16 hours and you don't want a powdery look, you want more of a dewy look, this is your best friend, I'm telling you. So good. So I got everything going on, really light look on my eyes, light look on my face, and just for giggles, I'm gonna go back and do more blush. I'm a blush girl. I like lots of blush. That's better, right? Yeah, that's better. You like that, Brittany? There. Black cherry kind of day. And I know someone's on who made me something special. She's with Etsy, and I just made a custom order necklace because the one I got from Nordstrom keeps breaking, and it's cheap and it's not made well, and it's not made by Nordstrom. They just carry it. Hang on, I need more mascara in this corner. I'm a perfectionist, you guys, sorry. But you really, really don't have to be perfect. My makeup is far from perfect. But I just want a little bit more mascara in that one corner. All right, let me get this piece de resistance. Look at this. Is this not the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? Look at that. It's got rhinestones in it. Got all sorts of different length pearls. And on it goes. I love it. This is going to be my like signature thing. My signature look. She worked so hard on this. My God, isn't it gorgeous? See, I'm wearing it with a t-shirt. You can wear it dressy, you can wear it with a t-shirt. It has all sorts of different size pearls. It's got a couple different rhinestones in it. It's got a nice durable clasp. Anything I wanted, she did for me. It took a little over a week because she's in Canada, but boy, was it worth it. And I paid a little bit more for than the cheap one I found at Nordstrom's, but it's the same look but heavier, more quality. And these are pearls made by Swarovski, so they're quality, they're dense. And then these are Swarovski rhinestones. And then she gave some dimension by putting knots in this. But on Etsy, her name is Lilla, L-I-L-L-A, I believe. And you can go find this look. And she does a lot for bridal, but I just wanted this for every day. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Oh, you want it, Brittany? Put it in box and ship. No, I just got it. I'm not shipping it to you. It's all mine. It's all mine. Woo-hoo. I told her I'd do a shout out because I absolutely love it. And then I just have little studs in. But yeah? Yeah? Little black cherry, little pearls. It is all good. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know. Brittany, you're too funny. Buzz, 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 girl. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.